Hey guys, Chucky here, bringing you guys a new Pokemon video. If I sound a little weird, I am in a different room than I normally am. I'm trying some different recording stuff, so hopefully the video looks good. My room has this big rug, so it's kind of uneven, and I'm just trying to not have it as hard for me to actually make these videos by having to set up the camera. It takes me a long time because it's always very uneven in my room, so hopefully it's looking good right now. But yeah, we're going to look at some more VGC. The actual season ended. I think it starts this morning. So I'm going to be bringing a whole new team to what is here. And this is actually me revealing my last Pokemon, which is actually Gengar. And it does have a Mega Stone on it. So the reason why I'm bringing two Megas is because I think it's very good, because Mega Gengar can be used in a lot of situations that Mega Salamence can't, and he has a lot of coverage for the things that Mega Salamence does. Like he can fight what's it called? Sylveon's pretty easily, because he does have that poison typing and because he has the Sludge Bomb. So here I'm actually using both of them, and the reason for that is because I saw that his whole team was weak to flying, so I wanted to get the Mega Salamence. He does have that base 100 speed either way and that Intimidate, so it's going to be very good to use him. I'm just going to start off with the Sludge Bomb with the Mega Gengar. I'm going to Mega Evolve so that way he can't go away with his Ferrothorn. I want his Ferrothorn out there for as long as I can have it out there, because I know it's not going to be able to do anything. He's going to get the Fake off and the Toxic off on my Salamence. I should have just actually protected. There was no reason to actually attack. I mean, it can't do anything to me, but at the same time, it might have just made more sense to go for that. I went for the double edge on him anyways. So he's going to actually get the Mega Kangaskhan off, which is perfectly fine, because that means he didn't fake out, like Scrappy fake out there. So that's good for me. I'm just going to protect with the Gengar because I thought he was going to. And just go with the Earthquake, which I'm going to be able to protect myself, and I'm going to be able to hit both of these guys for some pretty good damage. I mean, that Mega Kangaskhan is actually really, really tanky. He's going to get the Ice Punch off, which surprised me because most Mega Kangaskhan's don't run the Ice Punch. It is a good move to be running on him, but kind of sucks. But he's going to go with the Leech Seed onto my Gengar, which is going to be eaten up because of that Protect. I'm going to go out the Mamoswine because I am Choice, and I know he can't run with the Mega Kangaskhan now, so I can go for a free superpower. Here I actually see that my Gengar is faster than my Choice Scarf for Mamoswine, so that's going to be very useful information for me going forward if I ever plan to use this team or use them on the same team again. And also it's going to come into play later in the battle. So he's just going to go with the Leech Seed. He's going to get it on the Gengar, which is alright, I guess. I mean, I could be in a better situation, but he's going to be able to heal up because he has so many ways of healing on this thing. And I actually get to see 3 moves and figure that he does not have the Gyro Ball, because he doesn't actually go for it on my Mamoswine. So I figure that I'm in a pretty good position with that. And I'm just going to take my Mamoswine away and go out with my Rotom, figuring that he might go with the Gyro Ball. And I'm just going to go with the Sludge Bomb onto the Sylveon there, which is going to almost kill it. It's going to go with the Hyper Voice, which Hyper Voice does way too much damage every single time. Not very effective on Gengar, of course. Like I said, this thing is here to kill Sylveons. It can never be faster than it, and it's just too good. So he goes with the Ingrain, and that's where I figured he doesn't have the Gyro Ball, because Gyro Ball over Ingrain would be a better move. Now it kind of makes me feel stupid because I have the Shadow Tag, which means he can't switch, but he doesn't want to switch out it anyways because he has the Ingrain. So he should have just went with the Ingrain first turn, which I think would have been a more solid play on his part. It would have allowed him to do a lot more, and he probably would have been at a higher life total each and every turn. So I'm going to be able to take out the Sylveon pretty easily. I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp, which is going to hit, so I was pretty happy about that, because if he's going to Ingrain and he's going to stay around for a while, I want to be able to actually fight him. So he's just going to go with another Leech Seed, which is alright. So I know he has Ingrain, Toxic, and Leech Seed, so I'm in an alright situation, though Gengar's life is really low due to Sylveon just being an absolute animal. So I'm going to be at 20 life. I don't want Gengar to stay in here just for the fact that he pretty much dies to anything, and if he does have an attack like Power Whip or something like that, he'll be able to take out the Gengar next turn, which I cannot afford. So I am going to actually switch out the Gengar and go back into Mamoswine, which I can Earthquake or Superpower with, but I figure I'll go with Earthquake because it's only going to be hitting him, and it's going to be, you know, just the best move to go with here. He's going to go with Toxic onto my Rotom, which is alright. I thought about switching back into my Gengar here just to stop the heal from the Leech Seed, but I ended up staying in with the Rotom, and in hindsight it would have been better because obviously I would have been able to eat that poison, and it would have been a pretty good situation, though the Earthquake I wouldn't have been able to go with, and I would have had to go with the Superpower, but I mean, it could have been worth it in the end, but yeah, it seemed like the wrong decision at the time. But I'm just going to go with the Earthquake, which Rotom having the Levitate is going to enable me to do. And that's going to do quite a bit of damage. It's not going to do as much as I want. And I'm going for the Hydro Pump because it's going to be doing this more damage than I would be doing if I went with the Thunderbolt. And I can't paralyze him anyways. There, I missed the Hydro Pump, so it's a little bit annoying. And he's actually going to get the Leech Seed on the Mamoswine. So he's just going to be healing a ton of life each turn, which is actually very frustrating. And I kind of need this Rotom to die so I can come back out with my Gengar. So I'm just hoping that this plus the Toxic is going to be enough to kill the Rotom so I can be in a way better situation. And oh no, Rotom is going to live one more turn, but that is going to give me an Earthquake and allow me to put a little bit more incremental damage onto the Ferrothorn here. So they were going to be able to hit him, get the Hydro Pump, but it's going to miss again, and I really needed that one to hit. It would have put him at a life where I could have taken him out pretty easily, but I know Rotom's dead this turn, which is good because I'm going to be able to bring out the Gengar again and get off a Shadow Ball, which is going to be what I really, really need to take this thing out because it is super bulky to physical attacks, and that is not fun. So yeah, he's going to seed me, which sucks. I wish the Toxic would happen first, but no, it doesn't. And so he's going to gain a little bit of life back from that. And up goes Ferrothorn. So right now I'm facing Stall.Team, and that's kind of annoying because, you know, in VGC it's not really fun to be facing Stall teams. So out comes Gengar, and I'm going to be able to get off that Shadow Ball because I am fast in the Mamoswine, which I learned earlier. If I didn't know that, I would have been very hesitant because this Earthquake is going to kill the Gengar. Obviously, it is super effective, but it's going to put Ferrothorn at a place where I'm going to be able to take him out next turn. And he's actually going to go with his last move, which is Return. I don't understand that because Power Whip has a higher power than that because it's Stab. And Gyro Ball would probably kill my, actually I know it would kill my Mamoswine because it is super effective. Plus I'm Choice, so it would have just destroyed Mamoswine no matter what. Toxic's going to put me down to a pretty low level here. Flame, he's going to be in the red, so I am in a good position, and he is just going to leave, or I should say she. And here we'll go to the next battle. So here I am going to try to lead with something maybe I shouldn't have led with, and that's going to be the Salamence Togekiss. I did see that he had the Bisharp, and Bisharp is the bane of my existence. I'm not very good playing against Bisharp, and this will show why, but I make a misplay just out the beginning here because I am scared of that Politoed. Most Politoads will run the Choice Scarf and the Ice Beam, so I just don't know what this thing's going to do. And my Togekiss can't really do anything here. I don't have the Protect, but I don't want to switch into something like Mamoswine, or I think I have Talonflame. I can't remember what my last Pokemon is, but I just don't want to switch. So he's going to go with the Helping Hand. So now I know this is like a support, but it sucks because I went with the Protect instead of the Earthquake, in which I could have killed this Bisharp before he even hit my Togekiss, and Togekiss is just going to go down. I went with the Paralysis I went with the Thunder Wave onto the Politoed there, but I'm going to come out with Mamoswine because I know I can outspeed both of these Pokemon now that I know that he's a support, because there's no way that he's going to be using anything that's other than support moves. So I'm just going to go with the Earthquake, which is going to hit both guys, but more importantly, it is going to hit the Politoed because he does Protect, and the Politoed actually has an eject button, which I found very interesting, I guess. I don't know how I really felt about it, but it is going to bring out his Swampert, and I went with the double edge on that Politoed, so that way I could take out both Pokemon this turn, but he did switch, and that Swampert is not going to like that double edge. He is going to get the Mega Evolution off, which is not a big deal because he is at such low life, and he doesn't have any priority moves, so it doesn't really bother me. He's going to go with the Protect. I'm just going to continue to go with the Earthquake, and he's actually going to Sucker Punch my Salamence. If he Sucker Punched my Mamoswine, it might have died. So, yeah, that was good for me that he did that. So, down he goes, and I'm going to have an advantage here. It's 3-2 now. Or it's 3-3. Yeah, that's right. But I went with the Earthquake because I thought that he might switch, and I wanted to be able to hit both if that situation came down, or if he Sucker Punched my Mamoswine. So I just wanted to make the safe play. He's going to go with Ludicolo here, and he is actually going to fake out my Mamoswine, which really, really surprised me. And he is actually going to go with a Waterfall on it also. So there he could have taken on my Mega Salamence, which, you know, is the bigger threat at this point in the game. But I'm going to get the free switch in the Talonflame, which is perfectly fine with me. I can go with the Brave Bird onto whatever I wanted to. And I'm actually going to do it to the Ludicolo because I know that's going to kill it. It has good special defense, but its defense bulk isn't really there. And that one looks like it's definitely an attacker. So, of course, Talonflame's going to hurt himself. He is going to get the Waterfall off because he does have that Swift Swim, so he is faster. Once again, he should have probably killed my Salamence. Salamence here is the bigger threat just because of the fact that I could do whatever. I went with the Earthquake just in case of a switch. I could hit both Pokemon killing, and I can't hit my own Talonflame, so it was perfectly fine. Here, he's just going to have to go back out with this Politoed, which I know can't kill me because it doesn't have the Ice Beam. Because if he had the Ice Beam, he would have went the Ice Beam first turn. There's no reason not to. And he probably would have fake out, Ice Beamed my Salamence. So he's just going to go with the Protect. I'm going to go with the Double Edge and just continue to go with the Double Edge, which, I'm like, kill. And of course, it is going to kill. He's probably especially bulky. So, can't survive that. And Salamence is actually going to kill himself. But I do get the victory just because Salamence fainted second. So, and our last battle here. Hopefully we have enough time. 8 minutes. So, yeah, we should have enough time. So this is pretty straightforward. He's using a very standard team. He's going to start with the Heatran and the Kangaskhan. I'm going to go with the Mamoswine and the Rotom, figuring that he is going to actually lead with that Heatran. He's going to switch the Heatran now here, which is perfectly fine with me. I don't really care. He's going to go with the Hydreigon, and that's fine, I guess, because that gives me a free attack on his Pokemon without worrying about completely getting washed. But he is going to go with the Fake Out onto the Rotom so he does not get burned, but that's not a huge deal. I am going to be able to get the Earthquake off and hit the not hit the Mamoswine, but hit the Kangaskhan here, which is going to do alright damage. I mean, it's not the best, but at the same time, it's not bad, and I do actually get the crit, so that's why it did so much. And he's actually just going to switch out, which I found interesting. He is going to go with the Landorus, though, so that way he cannot take the Earthquake here, which I did continue to go with. There's no reason not to. I wanted to see his last Pokemon anyways, and this absolutely allows me to see it. So, Hydreigon's actually going to go with the Draco Meteor onto the Rotom, which I'm fine with. If he would have did it on the Mamoswine would have went down, and that would be no good. Rotom is going to die to it because Choice Specs, and at that point I did know that he was Choice Specs because I would have lived that otherwise. So I'm going to be able to go out to the Salamence here and Mega Evolve and be faster than this Hydreigon, and even if he does switch, I do have a huge advantage against this whole team. I'm going to switch out the Mamoswine just because I want to be able to come in and actually Icicle Crash. Icicle Crash is good against this whole team, so there's no reason not to. Hindsight, I should have went with Icicle Crash first turn, but the Earthquake just seemed like a better deal there. I'm going to go with the Protect on the Salamence so I can get that speed boost. I just don't want to accidentally do my math wrong and not. And it's a good thing I did because he does go with the Rock Slide. It is -1, but that is going to kill the Talonflame because Talonflame is not bulky at all. I don't need the Talonflame for this battle. All I need is the Mamoswine and the Salamence. It can do everything I need it to do. So Icicle Crash is going to come out here, and I am actually going to hit the Landorus because I know I could kill this Hydreigon with a Dragon Claw. There's no reason why it should survive, but he is using Focus Sash Landorus, which is the first time I've seen that. So yeah. Down goes the Choice Specs. So that's good, and I know that his Heatran is not on to the on the Focus Sash now. So I'm not going to have to worry about the Landorus. I am actually somehow going to survive that attack there. And he is going to go out again with the Kangaskhan, which is almost dead. So he's just going to fake out my Mamoswine and probably kill it. So I'm fine with that. I don't really need it. And this allows Salamence to actually just get a free hit onto that Kangaskhan and kill it. And just leave this Landorus where he is. And of course, I'm not intimidated. If I were him, maybe I would have switched there instead of going for the Rock Slide, so he could have got the Intimidate. It would probably let him live something better, but I mean, those are all things. So he's just going to go out with the Heatran, which I know doesn't have Focus Sash now. I'm just going to go with the Earthquake. I want this Heatran dead. I don't know what it has. It can have Dragon Pulse. I don't want to take the chance there. So down is going to go Heatran, and of course he only has 1 life. He needs a crit here and kill me, but no. Mega Salamence is very bulky defensively, so he's going to be able to easily live that. I'm just going to go with the Dragon Claw. I am going to be able to take out Landorus. So, yeah, my first season went pretty well here. I went 9-5, I believe. Some of my losses were because I was trying different things. I was just, you know, I'm trying to test. I'm trying to get things. The reason why I haven't brought you a video until now is because I've just been building a new team. I've been working on a bunch of stuff and been just researching a lot of VGC stuff so I can get better and better, and I actually haven't been playing, but Season 2 does start, and I am going to be trying to grind out Season 2 to get at least, you know, 1800. I don't know how hard it is to get there, but I'm definitely going to try, and I hope you guys stay for that journey that I'm going to have, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you guys rate, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys later.